So, Alan, actually, on a similar note, you also looked up between this and the previous chapter that Dr. Satan was it a new Dr. Satan-esque novel? Was the Devil You Know?
It's not Dr. Satan-esque.
Not Dr. Satan-esque. I mean, like, it's not explicitly just Dr. Satan. It includes a lot of, like, I read the summary that was included. I'm like, okay, it's got Ascott Keen and Dr. Satan, but it's also got a bunch of other pulp era heroes forming almost like an Avengers style team in order to fight the Reich.
Yes. Hold on. Let me find the link to that real quick.
And that I want to say that team included Dr. Satan, and that's the whole deal. It's like Ascott's like, God fucking damn it, really? Fuck shit. We got to bring Dr. Satan in here. Fuck. And Dr. Satan's like, of course.
So just how exactly did they recruit Dr. Theodorus Satan here? We need the Nazis are bad. Yeah, I know. You want to help us fight them? No, I'm busy. Well, I mean, you really showed they're bad people. Are they rich? I've got a lot of Nazi gold, I guess. All right, I'm in.
We have to ask ourselves a question about the publication of this novella, The Devil You Know by Glenn Held. Mm-hmm. When did we start reading Dr. Satan?
Hold on. To the Wayback Machine.
Year?
Yeah, it was last year.
And
This new Dr. Satan book was published June 8th, 2024.
What the fuck?
That was definitely after we started reading Dr. Satan.
Hold on. Airship 27 production is thrilled to present the greatest pulp hero team-up of them all. The threat of World War II looms over the eastern horizon, and America prepares for when it will enter battle. When many masters of the occult and magical talismans from around the globe begin disappearing, Intelligence Officer Major Steele fears the Nazis are behind the kidnappings and thefts. He hurriedly enlists the aid of Secret Agent X, Ravenwood, stepson of Mystery, and powerful mage Ascott Keen.
Oh, God.
That's the role Keen fills in this universe.
We couldn't call him a detective, because he's not.
But even their combined powers may not be sufficient, and so he is forced to reach out to the devil incarnate himself, the villainous Dr. Satan.
That's fucking tits. Keen can't get the job done, so he has to call up Dr. Satan.
Will the red-clad Satan accept the offer to become mankind's savior? After the contest is settled, amass enough power to become its destroyer? Writer Glenn Held delivers a fast-paced, action-crammed pulp adventure with classic pulp heroes teaming up in the greatest adventure of their lives. So I guess we have a decision to make, everybody.
Well, we can't read it on the show.
Yeah, we can't read it on the show. But are we going to do like if UCA and Darkly Lit fucked?
Darkly lit.
And talk about it is 156 pages.
Oh, that's nothing. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, give it an honest review. Why not?
Mm-hmm. I'm down. We still have to watch the Dr. Satan TV show, too.
That's right. And we need to do our own... We need to create our own Dr. Satan stuff. Because at this point,
we're going to take like a year plus off of the show and just re-emerge with like a fucking mini-series on Hulu or some shit. None of you are going to hear from us.
Look, I initially, just to build hype, I think that's going to be the next audio drama project. We just do our own new Dr. Satan adventures. Keep an eye out for that. I kind of want to do that. These have been so good for these stories have been so good for rejuvenating my creative juices post Midnight Marinara. Speaking of which, and I know we've been at this for a bit, but welcome to Undercooked Analysis. Welcome back. We're going to get back to Dr. Satan, our good boy who is very, very evil. But not as evil as Ascott Keen in terms of collateral damage.
I want to point out that the Dr. Satan on the cover of this story feels a little more like our Dr. Satan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He, the story keeps trying to tell us that Dr. Satan is like, like terse and quiet, and it's like, no.
No. No, Paul. No.
Whereas the Dr. Satan on the cover of The Devil You Know looks like a fucking whack job. And yeah.
Which
is exactly how he's going to be played.
I was going to re-listen to one of our episodes, so I just typed it into YouTube, and someone else is doing like just a straightforward narration of it because it is public domain. Which, cool,
Right.
more power to him, more exposure for Dr. Satan. That's great. And I was like, oh, okay, let me check this out. And skipping around a bit, trying to get to the point where the narrator is speaking as Dr. Satan, and it's very I guess traditional pulp. Maybe a little nefarious, and I'm just like, no, our deranged interpretation really is the true one.
Our Dr. Satan is somewhere between like mustache twirling and just like high on something. Yeah. Honestly,
everyone who isn't us, including Paul Ernst, is wrong about what Dr. Satan is like.
Pretty much. I'm sorry. I haven't laughed this hard in fucking years off of these stories, and it has to be true. We have to be.
This has been. I stress again. This has been the biggest shot in the arm. The more we go along, this has been the biggest shot in the arm for me for Undercooked Analysis. If it really does change the trajectory of what we read on the podcast going forward, so fucking be it. I'm having a great time.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of which, last time, to briefly recap what happened before, Dr. Satan's gone back to, but Keen made a big deal out of it being seemingly very, oh my God, he's doing this thing. He's hypnotizing people and also causing madness in the people he kidnaps and then holds for ransom against rich people. Pretty far cry from the existential diving into the afterlife and communicating with the dead from the previous, but again, we're ways past that. Also, Ascott Keen has a perfectly functional Dr. Satan costume and inhumanly powerful hands.
Is Paul Ernst several writers? Is this like a William Shakespeare conspiracy thing?
I hope not. I hope that this was just one man making a lot of mistakes.
I can't lean into the ghostwritten thing yet. I think Paul Ernst is. I want to believe.
Considering that this is Weird Tales and it's hard enough for them to pay one author, I don't know. It's possible, but I don't know.
That just leaves an unanswered question then about like why out of nowhere one of his stories was like the fucking Doors of Perception.
Well, so I've been reading very slowly, and I've brought this up before, Lovecraft's letters to his friends, because he was just a prolific epistolarian, and so much of what he writes is, yeah, no, Weird Tales stiffed me over my fucking pay again. Like, it happened to everyone. It happened to absolutely everyone. So I don't know. I think they were just desperate for any type of feedback because, as I understand it, the authors got a lot of good, fan letters and praise and interactions. So maybe that was worth it. I don't know.
I mean, if you're trying to get your foot in the door, you want to reach out to people, see your stories make an impact.
I mean, we did read one of the only letters we read at the end of the last episode was someone talking shit on that story in the letters of this issue.
Yeah.
I mean, that person was fucking wrong.
Yeah, they were. But I did just want to read this comment on our most recent episode. Stalling. Didn't have it pulled up. Oh, God.
This is your left. That's your left. This is your left.
New segment idea. Alan reads letters and picks fights with very, very dead people.
That's right. That's right.
That.
I'm all for that still.
Yeah, I have picked a lot of fights with definitely dead people on this show.
They're an easy target.
The dead can't defend themselves. So
if there is an afterlife, there's going to be a line of people ready to fight me when I get there.
I would pay to watch you just work your way through that line of dead people that you've pissed off. But let's read the story. I want to read the story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Usual reading order. I'm going to assume.
Sure.
All right, Chapter 4, Hell's Anteroom. The tunnel down which Keen walked grew constantly lighter. As it lightened, it turned faint rose-colored from the oddity of the light ahead. We're going to put light fucking 4 times in 2 sentences. And now Keen heard a faint roaring from that same light. God damn it. Paul!
Illumination is another word you could pull out of the thesaurus, Paul.
He got nearer and saw that the light across the tunnel ahead of him was not constant. It flickered and twisted like a great yellow serpent. And then he wakes... He has like shit paragraphs and then really cool one-liners. Every time gets me. Then he saw the nature of it. Then he saw the nature of it. Up from the rock floor roared a column of flame at least 2 yards across. It disappeared through an orifice in the rock ceiling, stretching from floor to top like a solid column. You already call it a column, but all right. Save that it twisted and writhed constantly like the fiery serpent it resembled.
He also got stretching, orifice, and solid column into one paragraph.
Oh my god, you guys! This closet
light,
is so
serpent,
deep.
Fucking fire, light. Remember,
I can't see Paul. He's so far back in that closet. Paul, come out!
We're gonna get to the last Dr. Satan story, and there's gonna be one paragraph that's just like, and then the turgid Ascott Keen faced off against Dr. It's me, it's Paul, everyone. I'm horny. I'm so fucking horny. I'm so fucking horny all the time.
They wouldn't let me put this in. Fuck them. This is the last one. They can't stop me. Keen stopped. The rock beneath him was trembling with the fury of the pillar of fire. The heat blasted at his face.
Come the fuck on, man.
Oh,
that's the whole point.
The heat blasted at his face 20 feet away. It was a door to what lay beyond the tunnel, more forbidding than any portal of steel. Natural gas, he muttered. I'm incredibly horny. But a guess as to the nature of the column did not help him pass it. That stopped him for the moment. But, he reflected, there must be a way to tame the pillar. Can't. People passed along here. They couldn't do that if the flame persisted constantly. He thought of going back and getting as guide the man that he had left in hypnotic slumber at the tunnel mouth. Oh, good. He just left him there. Good to know.
Yeah, he was asleep.
But that was not necessary. Even as he thought that, he heard the roar of the pillar diminished a little, felt the rock shake less violently under his feet. The fiery column was dying down. It burned less brightly as he watched it. It sank till he could see the leaping crest of its top under the low ceiling. And over that crest he saw a man's head on the other side. It was a head to induce nightmares. Like a naked skull it was, with unbelievably little flesh to clothe it. In deep eye sockets, drugged eyes peered forth. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
The flame died down, still lower. Keen saw the man's body, as skeletal as the head. And as the emaciated body was more and more revealed by the subsiding of the flames, Keen shrank back into a niche in the wall to be out of sight. He opened the bundle he had brought with him. From the bundle, he took the costume he had... Oh, my God! Oh, okay. No!
He really is the devil's double.
Oh,
good.
Oh, I've waited so long.
I'm Dr. Satan. So no, I'm Dr. Satan.
Keen, I always knew it would come to this.
You
Your
dress like Dr. Satan.
Terrible.
Me dressed like Dr. Satan. Us kissing each other.
From the bundle, he took the costume he had worn in the hospital to restore Jane Ivor's sanity. Red cloak, red mask, red skull cap, red gloves. Point for point, a costume matching Dr. Satan's own, as Keen remembered it from former encounters. You fucking fanboy.
David made the exact same joke I was about to make. The boy is a time bomb.
Thank you.
He donned cloak and gloves, started to put on the mask. But by now the pillar of fire had sunk below the floor level, down into the hole from which it sprang. It left only a ragged orifice like the mouth of a well in the rock floor. The opening was only about 6 feet across. I'm trying not to laugh, or else I won't. I can't get through any of this. Keen, looking around the corner of his small alcove, saw the emaciated man with the drugged, staring eyes leap this hole and start walking down the tunnel toward where he hid. There was no time to don the mask and skull cap. The man was abreast of the niche before Keen could get them on. He stared at Keen in the lessened light of the lowered flame. His mouth opened for a shout. Keen felled him with a blow to the jaw. There was neither time nor need for subtler measures, I guess.
Time out. We need to talk about what happened. What just happened right now.
Yeah.
Basically, Keen, while pursuing this guy, was trying to get changed into his Dr. Satan disguise to fool him. Didn't get the disguise on in time. The guy turned around and Keen just punched him in the face.
This entire time, I've been viewing this in video game terms of, okay, you got to hop across the chasm with a giant pillar of flame, but there's a guy watching you, so you have to stealth this. So put on your costume. Okay, you just fucked up your QTE. I guess just punch the fucker in the face.
Is this the first time? Is this the first time we've seen Keen just straight up just punch someone?
Maybe
it might be.
I think it might be.
He may have dispatched people different ways, even physically, but this is the first time he's just straight up sucker punched a dude.
He just slugged this poor hypnotized person.
Oh my god. He caught the falling thin body and lowered it to the floor just out of the way of the tunnel itself. Then he put on the mask and the skull cap with the two projecting knobs in mocking imitation of Satan's horns. Tall and spare, with the red robe arrogantly draped over his broad, strong shoulders.
Wake up! Some guy just punched you! Certainly wasn't me.
Dr. Satan. He stalked toward the hole into which the flame had sunk, an exact replica of Dr. Satan himself. Already the roar of the fiery pillar was increasing again, and he saw the tip of the flames as it started to rise once more to bar the tunnel, and I will pass.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me. He leaped the 2-yard opening. Okay, it's just openings and orifices and columns and getting blasted in the face and
Paul, you can just call it a gay erotica. You can just do that in a subtitle. It's easy.
He leaped the 2-yard opening. Heat seared him for an instant, threatened to set fire to his robes even in the half-second of his jump. But he got to the other side. Behind him, the fire column rose to the ceiling in its full strength. His way back was cut off. Before him, Keen looked and gasped aloud. He was in a great low cave, extending before him farther than the eyes could penetrate. Stalagmites, like withered, warped bodies, thrust up from the floor. Stalactites dipped from the low ceiling. Among the stalagmites, half a dozen figures moved. Figures no less warped and distorted than the limestone pillars around them.
My God, we're in Silent Hill.
Keen's eyes narrowed as he looked at them. He had guessed that Dr. Satan had more accomplices here than he normally used in his devilish business. The layout of the place had indicated that. But he had not reckoned on so many, and he had not dwelt on the possible caliber of the accomplices. Doctors.
Basically, I didn't count on him having backup. Whatever.
Usually he's only here with Bostiff and Gert.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's usually here with 2 guys, unless one of them's dead, which he is sometimes.
He might be immortal. I don't know.
I don't know if Gers is dead this week or not.
Gers hasn't had time to respawn this time.
Dr. Satan must have scoured the underworld to get these men who were smoothing the floor of the cave, storing supplies, in general working to make of it a permanent and sumptuous base for their diabolical magic.
Sumptuous.
Hey, Paul? Sumptuous,
Everyone
Paul?
come to the cave. I want to be able to fuck on them.
Let's see. I'll put the mirrors over here. I'll put the bed over there. Oh, the feng shui is going to be perfect.
On the ceiling. I want to be able to see myself when it happens.
Ian had never seen such seamed, degenerate, evil countenances. Why, with the red light from the flame pillar flickering over the weird cavern and over their twisted bodies, they looked like demons in a real hell. But you would know that, Keen. You've been to the real hell.
Damn it.
We're not going to stop talking about it.
Nope. This has to be out of order. This has to be published out of order. There is no fucking way.
Now 2 of them glanced toward him and shouted aloud. They straightened, and the others straightened with them. At attention, like ghouls parading before the devil himself, they waited the orders and coming of the one dressed in Lucifer's red robe. Arrogantly, imitating Dr. Satan's stride, Keen went toward them, and he saw again in every eye the glazed look he had seen in the eyes of the policeman and the man who looked like a walking skeleton. Dr. Satan was taking no chances of disaffection or insubordination among the rabble he had chosen to set his evil underground house in order. He had made each of them a slave to his hypnotic will. Somewhere back in the cave system, my master, Dr. Satan, stays. So had said the man Keen had come to the caves with. Keen, not glancing at the murderous men who stood at attention, stalked past them and toward the far end of the big cave. But as he went, his mind wrestled with a thought as breathtaking as it was monstrous. So much like a real hell this place looked. Keen! God damn it! So much
Keen,
like actual inhuman demons appeared the dregs of criminal humanity working in it.
Dude, how can we assume that these people are all criminals, though?
Yeah, wow.
They're all like just emaciated, twisted little people.
Dr. Satan can hypnotize anyone. One of these people's a policeman.
Yeah. Who are criminals.
I bet you, like, over there, that's like a nurse, and over there is a school teacher, and over there is
janitor. Over there would have been Gers.
My God. Dr. Satan enlisted the aid of all these criminals, and he dressed that one like a milkman and that one like a firefighter. I'm going to kick all their asses.
Keen proceeded to punch every single one in the jaw.
Keen proceeded to put all of them into an ICE detention center without asking for their actual identification.
Oh, shit. Dr. Satan masqueraded as Satan, yes, but was it all masquerade? Was it not conceivable that Lucifer, being only a personification and title for the evil passions of men, Dr. Satan... Hey, you know another time you asked this question? You know another time you asked this weird existential question? When you met Dr. Satan in the afterlife!
I'm not even mad. I'm just disappointed.
Me too,
Dr.
buddy.
Satan was actually Lucifer, or as near to it as a being could ever be. Keen shrugged the thought aside. Yeah, you're shrugging a lot of thoughts aside, huh?
Your powerful shoulders.
True or fanciful, it was beside the point.
Okay.
It's never not going to be infuriating that he's not acknowledging that he's been to the afterlife.
Like,
agreed.
Does he go to the office and Beatrice is there and says, hey, I know we never really talked about it, and I feel that we should just, for healthy, mental health and stuff like that. Like, what was it like seeing your parents? What? Well, I saw them last week. Yeah, in hell. What? No, we were at the tennis club. It was fine. Keen, you died. You died and you came back. Do you not remember this? Beatrice, where's my coffee? Come on now. Like,
have you ever seen the Arrested Development episode where we find out that Job has been in a cycle of roofying himself?
I've never actually seen the show.
Oh, well, that's what it reminds. This is what it reminds me of. So, but yeah, in the show, Job buys roofies, but not for the usual roofie purposes. He's a magician, and he gives them to people who learn his tricks.
That's pretty good.
Who figure out how his tricks are done.
For my own safety, I have to erase my memory.
Okay. Keen shrugged the thought aside. True or fanciful, it was beside the point. The point being the destruction of the master criminal who had given rise to it. He got to the end of the big cave at last and squeezed through a rock opening. Come the fuck on, man. Barely large enough to admit his lean but powerful body into another smaller cave. Oh, that was the worst one.
I was just a small town cave until I moved to an even smaller cave.
I'm going to get my lean but powerful body into this tight, small cave.
While dressed as Dr. Satan.
And with his entrance into this, he instantly leaped sideways and behind a big stalagmite. For in this second cave was everything he had come here to find. Tensely, cautiously, he peered around the concealing rock cone, and I'm going to tag.
I've been writing smut fanfic, but I'm not going to reveal what it is because none of you are ever going to find it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty, it's spicy in places. It's got nothing. It's got nothing on Paul Ernst's utterly repressed, barely at the surface homoeroticism.
Exactly.
God damn it.
To one side of the cave, which was roughly circular and about 50 feet in diameter, was a legless giant who supported his torso on muscular arms as big as most men's thighs. Yay, Bostiff!
Yeah.
The man's stupid, cruel eyes blinked toward the center of the cave. This was Bostiff, Satan's main lieutenant in crime since Keen had blasted his other lieutenant, Gerst, out of existence.
Oh, he's dead again. All right.
I remembered.
All right.
Well, full acknowledgement. Oh my god, you guys. We got actual acknowledgement of a thing happening in the previous story.
But wait, which instance of him being blasted? Was this the consuming flame death, or was this the melting like voodoo doll death?
Let's not get hung up on that. We need to give Paul Ernst a pat on the back for acknowledging a thing that happened in one of his earlier stories.
Good job, Paul. Good job. Okay, I'll grant that. He was looking at two figures in the center of this place. One of these was a boy of 19 or so, dressed in expensive clothes, which were now wrinkled and stained. The boy's face expressed terror beyond that tolerable to sanity. His wild eyes glared at the figure that faced him, with the fascination of them expressed in the eyes of a small animal hypnotized by a snake. And this other figure was that of Dr. Satan himself. Tall and arrogant, it towered over the boy, who was Harold Iver, brother of the girl who had been left, a maniac, on the main street of Louisville. Hi, Frank Exposition here. I'm taking over the narration. By the way, kissing parties, kind of overrated. I don't sound as energetic because I have mono now. It was garbed in red from head to foot, and point for point was as like the red-clad figure of Keen concealed behind the stalagmite as a reflection of that figure in a mirror. Only in one detail did the two identical figures differ. The eyes peering through the holes in the mask covering Keen's face were steel gray. The eyes of the figure towering over the boy were black, lurid, infernal. Who am I? Dr. Satan rasped to the boy. Harold Iver, panting, glaring helplessly into the arrogant black eyes, replied, You are Lucifer. You truly believe that? I truly believe that. Keen, behind his concealing pillar, felt glacial rage flood through him. He had got here just in time to witness Dr. Satan's method of driving his victims mad. He had turned Jane Iver into a maniac. Now he's doing the same to Harold Iver. Then the boy would be released in the town as Jane had been. A second horrible object lesson as to what happened to the children of the rich if their parents did not pray to prevent it. All right, boy, take this sword and the sheer nighty.
Go dance, jig.
We're on the penultimate Dr. Satan story.
Mm-hmm.
And it is the first time Dr. Satan has worked convincing people he's the actual devil into his plans.
That is kind of surprising.
Also, Paul, glacial rage? Rage is hot and animated. Glacier's barely move.
Yeah.
Wrong.
That's like Keen in general. He's barely moved by anyone or anything he interacts with. So
maybe glacial in size.
Sure. Okay.
This is back when. Oh, sorry, Abysmii. This is back when glaciers were big.
Oh shit! You're right. Sorry. They're ice cubes now. So yeah, no, my bad.
This is back when you would see on the surface, a little bit, and that's Keen. And then under the surface is just this massive thing that sinks the RMS Titanic. Anyway. Whom do you serve? Rasped Dr. Satan to the lad. I serve you, Satanic Majesty, and I will kill your enemies. There was a silence while the black eyes of the masked figure stared into the glazed, mad eyes of the boy. Bostiff, Dr. Satan said. The legless giant swung his body toward his master, using the calloused backs of his hands as feet. Take him to his prison. Another session like this, and he will be ready for release. Yes, master.
And we've been edging him for a while. Soon he will be ready for release.
Send back to the goon cave I am assembling.
Who am I? What am I? I don't have to do every time.
I was thinking of a Twisted Pair when you said that first.
Who am I? We're on the same page. Who am I? What am I? But isn't that corrupt?
Isn't that betraying public trust?
Bostiff seized the boy's hand, propelled him toward the opening in the cave. He dragged himself after. The two went through the opening. The red-robed figure in the center of the cave was alone. The red-robed figure behind the stalagmite near the door drew up to its full height, then stepped out of its place of concealment.
Come on.
Dr. Satan had been staring at the opening through which Bostiff had gone with Harold Iver. Now he whirled like an uncoiling spring and stared at Keen. No springs! And in his black eyes was a sudden madness of surprise, hate, and rage. Keen drew near him. Ooh. He stood before Satan, and the result was fantastic.
I bet it was.
Ooh. Two Satans stood there. Two Lucifers, clad in red masked with Luciferian horns. The devil and his double, crimson twins with death in their eyes of each. Then Dr. Satan stepped toward Keen with his right hand clenched. Keen! He grated. Again! At every turn I find you, squarely in my path. But this time you're so handsome. But this time that path shall lead ahead with no obstacles to limitless power. No.
How did you get in here? And goddamn, you look good.
What happened? Did you change your hair? Have you been working out?
Wait. So Keen is wearing the Dr. Satan outfit, but Dr. Satan immediately sees him and goes, "Oh, that's fucking you." Like, come on.
You know what I can tell? It's those inhumanly powerful hands.
Keen, you found me. And also, no one else is here in the room right now. Anything can happen.
I would notice that bird silhouette anywhere.
Anything at all can happen. Just the two of us in here.
I got a box of condoms over there on the table.
No, I promised Bostiff that he could watch, but I don't want that anymore.
Or just imagine Keith stands up and Dr. Satan goes, Dr. Satan! Oh, wait.
Oh, shit. You know what? This is where Paul fucked up. Keen, dressed up as Dr. Satan, should have made his way into what is clearly Dr. Satan's lair and saw Dr. Satan dressed up as Keen manipulating all of this and orchestrating it.
Oh, that would have been good. We've seen Dr. Satan disguise himself perfectly as other people before, too. So
yeah, we'll do it. We'll just write it.
No, said Keen softly. This time the path shall be blocked, if my dead body must be used to block it.
Oh, I'll definitely block your body with something.
So
I gotta warm up.
Keen, that's a really roundabout way of saying over my dead body. Brevity is the soul of wit, you dick.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, your turn.
Chapter 5, The Scarlet Twain. Dr. Satan took a step nearer the figure so closely resembling his own. His black eyes played sardonically over Keen's red cloak. Good looking cloak. Sorry, I've had some drinks. So, he grated, in order to get past my men, you intimidated my trappings. You made a mockery of the masquerade it amuses me to wear. Keen shrugged.
I bought this at Spirit Halloween, dude. It's not that creative.
Keen feels nothing. Keen is nothing.
Keen is only a reflection of Dr. Satan.
I don't know what the Latin word for emotion is. It's probably emotio or something, but, emotio cogito sum. Or emotio ergo sum, I'm guessing, whatever.
There it is.
It seemed the easiest way. I was sure you had many serving you here. I didn't want to kill them. It seemed easier to get past them by trickery.
I did kill a few of them.
I killed them.
I'm pretty sure that small, tiny, emaciated skeletal man I punched in the jaw, I'm pretty sure I broke his neck in the process, but I didn't check.
I left a diabetic cop out in the tunnel. I mean, whatever. And having passed them, said Dr. Satan, what then? Keen's
also,
mass
killed
stirred.
Harris, you ass.
Seriously, justice, vengeance. Keen's mass stirred to the deep breath he drew. This, he said softly, a thing I think even you are familiar with, Dr. Satan. You will learn of it shortly, and it will be the last thing you will ever learn about. His hand went under. His hand went under the red cloak. It came out of his pocket with the weapon he had carried from the hotel. His one weapon on which he was staking everything. That's really dumb. He opened his fingers and let Dr. Satan see the egg-shaped, I'm going to assume was a butt plug thing, lying on his palm. It was smooth, perhaps 2.5 inches, long, 2 inches through. It seemed to be made of gray vitrum. Okay.
I offer you an egg in this trying time.
Long ago, Keen said, there were inquiring minds more versed in their own science than our present-day scientists, with their research laboratories and fine equipment are in theirs. That was the science of black art. This is one of the results. I found it in the ruins of a druid monastery in England. I'm not going to say where. Whatever. Dr. Satan stared at the thing in Keen's hand. As he stared, his black eyes lost their arrogance and became filled with a shadow of dawning fear. Where did you get your knowledge of this? He breathed, voice thick. Why, it is the... He stopped, and a silence like that of the grave held the cavern. It is the blue death of Saint Sartius, whatever.
Sartius.
Said Keen.
Also,
it was first used.
It vibrates.
You got to charge it, but it's good, no problem. It was first used in Rome. Then its secret was forgotten until the Black Ages, when a druid monk rediscovered it. I have read records of the death of everyone in a certain town in England. The record stated that an odd sort of plague was responsible. I don't know, maybe the bubonic plague. That happened too.
Yeah.
But intimated that death was caused by some of these. His fingers clenched over the vitreous shell. Sorrow folk, whispered Dr. Satan hoarsely. In his black eyes was a fear he had never shown before. I have read the records too. The town of Sorrow folk, depopulated overnight and never occupied again. Fucking metal. But that can't be the Blue Death you hold in your hand. Its secret was again lost when England was still a wilderness, with men like animals populating it. Keen's masked lips moved in a bleak smile. He raised the egg-shaped thing in his hand. Oh, you'll find out, he said. And he threw the thing with all of his force at the feet of Dr. Satan.
All my mind can see is that egg thing being a distraction. And Dr. Satan looks at the egg thrown at his feet and then just looks back up at Keen as he shoots him with a gun.
That would be so anticlimactic, but they would at least be like, okay, yeah, sure.
Have y'all ever seen Ralph Bakshi's The Wizard or Wizards?
Yeah. Yes, I have.
Yeah. This is just the ending, like what you described as the ending, where they're going to have this big wizards duel, and Avatar just whips out a pistol and shoots fucking Black Wolf dead. That's it. That's how it ends.
Yeah,
it's so good.
You finally defeated Dr. Satan. How did you do it? Well, I told him a vibrating ass egg was a mystical thing. He looked at it, and while he did that, I shot him with a gun. Oh,
we really are just writing the end of our version right now.
Mm-hmm.
What it's gonna be.
Basically.
Satan
God damn it,
screamed.
you know bullets were my only witness.
and that worked?
Satan.
Yeah. He's not like bulletproof or anything.
No, he never wore Kevlar. I mean, no. Again,
we know.
no one ever asked. No one ever looked.
No one ever thought to shoot him with a gun.
Because I routinely either incapacitated the police or never told them where to find him. So, you know.
Oh, yeah. Remember how Ascott was like, don't tell the police anything?
The pigs. Satan screamed. Jesus wept.
There are these Spider-Man parody comics I remember. And one of them was him like repeatedly taunting the Punisher. And the Punisher shoots his web while he's swinging and he falls. And the caption is, "Oh man, he made a bullet come out of a gun somehow. My only weakness."
So you know how white supremacist far right dickhead chuds have like appropriated the Punisher symbol?
Yeah.
Is there a ridiculous Spider-Man sticker that we can just like put next to those symbols, mocking it incessantly?
I
need
mean,
to find that.
They've also gone. There was a newer season of Daredevil where there are crooked cops in the universe who are wearing the Punisher symbol and enacting vigilante justice. And the Punisher finally has to step up and be like, "No, you guys don't fucking get it at all."
Okay, good.
I love that.
Good. Okay.
Time is marching on.
So I have an announcement. Between our last recording session and this one, I went to a wedding and then came back and I got sick. And I've been sick for a week. So you may hear Abysmii coughing his actual lungs out of his chest cavity. I'm going to do the best I can to not do it, but we're going to be laughing and it's going to happen. I'm sorry, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, nope, there it is.
But hey, this is why we're back with our friend Socialist Hero Dr. Satan, who Ascott Keen just threw a fucking egg at. Just to remind you all where we left off. I mean, it got explained also between episodes. We explained it in the dregs that we had lost the recording because of the Herald of Google Fiber. We are back. It's been some time. We're going to pick up right where we left off in the Amazing Adventures of Dr. Satan. And there's only 3 and like a half pages left.
Solid.
All right. Let's do this. I'm just going to take it from page 528.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Satan screamed. Jesus wept. I did that joke today.
You did.
It was the first scream of terror that had ever come from the shielded, perpetually hidden lips. He leaped back from the object that had burst like a tiny bomb, save that no explosion accompanied it. But quick as he was, he had acted too late. Keen had thrown it so that it burst to pieces between him and the only 2 openings from the cape, the one into which Bostiff had taken Harold Ivor, and the one through which Keen had come. And with the instant of its bursting, the vitreous egg had emitted that which rose as a barrier to those exits. From the broken shell, a bluish, heavy mist rose rapidly and moved towards Satan, as though acting with a will and intelligence of its own. Another scream tore from Satan's shielded lips. He was probably the only man on Earth, aside from Keen, versed enough in the occult to know what terror it was that crawled toward him, but he knew well enough. The bluish mist spread with the rapidity of flame devouring straw. It poured from the broken shell like a rolling wall, and it formed in a half circle around Satan, forcing him back toward the rock wall of the cavern. In Keen's eyes was the glitter of triumph long delayed. And I will pass.
"You'll know now some of the anguish you've caused others," he said savagely. Fucking savage.
Look at yourself in the mirror, though, Keen, when we're talking about anguish.
Uh-huh.
"You'll know some of the torment endured by the men you've killed. We kind of killed together, if you think about it. Some of the mental torture being undergone at this moment by the parents of the children you've threatened. I could feel sorry for anyone facing the blue death of St. Sardius, but not for you."
I've never seen such projection. It's in the 5.1 Dolby.
There was a shuffling sound at the entrance through which Bostiff and Harold Ivor had gone. Bostiff had reappeared. He swayed in the doorway, eyes glinting with brute surprise as he saw two red-robed figures. It's surprise with a Z, so I had to hit it.
Mm-hmm.
As he saw two red-robed figures where only one had been before. And with fear, as he saw without understanding the blue fog that was rolling toward the one he recognized instinctively as his master.
I'm picturing in this moment the Spider-Man meme where it's just the two Dr. Satans fighting at each other.
Yeah.
To me, Dr. Satan screamed. Bostiff! The legless giant turned, snarling, toward Keen. Then he turned back obediently toward Satan and began hitching his body toward the blue fog in his hands. No! Breathed Keen in something like horror as the man hitched forward, but he did not utter the word aloud. Then what did he...
He went, no.
No.
He did a Gene Wilder. No, wait, stop.
No, wait, stop. Don't go.
Bostiff was as evil as his master, limited only by his own thick-wittedness. Deserved death as well as Satan. Keen, man.
Dude.
Sure.
This man who was killed. This man who was maimed in a railroad accident and was disabled as a result.
Yeah, has he actually, you could argue being an accomplice. Has he ever killed someone? Probably not. If anything, he's let as many people die in front of him as Keen has.
True. Yeah, Keen, get off of your high horse for a second, man. Come on.
Seriously.
I'm here to stop the true evil that is Dr. Satan. Now, allow me to kill this disabled man with an egg.
Are we about to lose Bostiff? I mean, we're at the penultimate story. We're going to kill off both of Dr. Satan's henchmen finally?
I'm going to be mad if that happens.
I'll tag out.
Okay. Bostiff reached the edge of the blue fog, paused, then groped a little into it. A scream suddenly came from his distorted lips, and the fog, touching him, underwent an instant change. From being a soft mist, it became a clinging, viscous shroud. Bostiff began wrenching and tearing at it as it poured itself swiftly over and around him. The viscous shroud grew more opaque, palpably harder. It was as though the legless man were suddenly encased in frosted blue glass. His hoarse shouts died in volume. Through the blue opacity, his staring eyes, like the eyes of a man caught under ice and swimming desperately underwater to find the hole he fell through, peered out. "Master, save me!" The shout could barely be heard. And in any event, Dr. Satan wasn't listening. Nor could he have...
It didn't matter. Whatever. Moving on.
I'll just get another legless giant later. Nor could he have done anything if he had. The blue mist had reached him now. It circled him closer as he crouched against the rock wall as though trying to force his body into it. It touched his face. Dr. Satan's hands were up, fingers extended in a Kabbalistic sign. His lips were moving, the red mask over his face, as they chanted a ritual not heard by human ears for 50 generations. Oh, that's metal as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
The joke's on you, Keen. The joke's on you, Keen. I can do the Naruto thing.
While you were studying the egg, I was studying Naruto.
I tapped 2 islands, counterspell! And as he watched, perspiration studded Keen's face under his mask. The blue fog was slowing a little. Was it possible that Satan could evade this death? But the fog, halting for a moment with the Kabbalistic sign and the incantation, surged forward again. Incredibly, the mist-like stuff grew what seemed to be horrible tentacles. The shreds of them wrapped around Satan's red-sheathed arms and dragged him down. A few yards away, Bostiff was now only a cocoon of a thing lying moveless on the floor. Moveless? Lying moveless. Okay. Even his ghastly staring eyes could not now be seen. The fog portion that had wrapped around him had hardened like a vitrin of which the shell of the egg-like object containing it had been made. Keen repressed a little shudder. Such a fearful death. Exit Bostiff, I guess.
Keen, you did it, though.
Well,
My God, who could have done this to Bostiff?
I would laugh. I would laugh if Dr. Satan just pulled out one of those little hand fans and just like blew it back in the direction of Keen.
Do you think Keen is one of those people who doesn't consider collateral damage as actual damage unless he himself was deliberately wielding the thing that killed someone against them?
No, everyone is a potential red shirt to Keen, except maybe Beatrice. And I say maybe.
Yeah. Beatrice, the only reason he doesn't consider Beatrice collateral is because he gave her the title right-hand man.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like if Kirk decided that Spock needed to just die, just out of the blue. I'm
just imagining Keen throwing the egg and summoning the gas, and Bostiff suffocating and dying. Dr. Satan's doing Naruto hand symbols, and then suddenly Keen is just like, "My God, what have you done, Dr. Satan?"
I want it's the
while dressed as Dr. Satan.
Everyone saw that Dr. Satan did that, right?
3 panels. Dr. Satan throws the egg, slowly turns and goes, "How could Dr. Satan do this?" Dr. Satan was down now. Over him as it had over the legless man, the blue mist was becoming as viscous, sticky sheath. But Satan had stopped screaming. Uh-oh. Keen saw his black eyes glisten through the mask with fearful intensity of thought. Next moment, Keen found out what the thought had been directed at. A man stepped through the narrow portal into the first cave off the flame. Another man followed, and another. 6 men lined before the opening and began to advance on Keen, slaves of Satan's hypnotic will. They had been called silently from this distance. "And I will pass out."
Keen exclaimed aloud, though not in fear of his own safety. The summoning of these comparatively stupid... Oh, you're a jackass.
You're a jackass. Ascott Keen.
God. Comparatively stupid mortals was a futile last gesture, as Satan must have known in his extremity. The thought that wrenched the cry from Keen's lips was the fear that by sheer numbers the men might defeat the death he had brought here for the red-robed fiend he had struggled against so long. The Blue Death could surround and kill only a limited number of bodies. Oh, how convenient. Cool. It's a gas, but all right. True enough, the ancient records hinted that the Blue Death had killed all the inhabitants of the old town of Sorrowfolk, but that were so, a great deal more of it must have been released than had been carried here in Keen's egg. The deadly blue mist would attack every moving thing within range, save the being that directed it. But it took a definite amount of it to kill. It now surrounded 2 forms. If it divided to surround 6 more, would there be enough to kill them all? For once in his life, Keen's heart grew 3 sizes that day. Keen wished he had a gun. He's never had one. He's never had a gun. Are you fucking kidding me?
For once in his life, Keen wished he was a card-carrying member of the NRA.
Oh my fucking God.
Just imagine that scene playing out now. Dr. Satan. We're back to Dr. Satan doing Naruto hands at the mist. And he's like, "It'll never... I will counter the mist using ancient... Bang! Oh! Oh, fuck! Oh, shit! Oh, God!
Oh! You shot me! That was a good shot! Oh, shit! Thud.
Oh, my God.
It's like the ending of Clue with... Oh my God, Tim Curry would make a great Dr. Satan. It's the ending of Clue where Wadsworth gets shot and he's just like, "Oh, very good."
In his deadly resolve to overcome Dr. Satan at all costs, he would have shot these men. Maybe it's good that he doesn't have a gun.
Do not give Keen a gun.
Look at these stupid mortals. I'm going to cap each of them. I'm just going to mag dump into a bunch of hypnotized innocent people. Okay.
He's got the typical bourgeoisie mentality of like, these aren't really people and I'm rich. If I had a gun, I'd just kill them.
put them down.
Yeah.
He would have shot these men because their dead bodies would not have drawn aside any of the fatal mist. But he had no gun, and he could not attack 6 men barehanded. He can't summon random ass fire to do something.
I'm sorry, he can't conjure the ghosts of the recently dead. Well, can't he make Bostiff's angry ghost appear and just fight them? What the fuck, Keen?
I don't know. Biting his lips, he could only watch what took place. Meanwhile, the 6 men, hypnotized by Dr. Satan and acting blindly according to his will, sprang at Keen. With an
they're hypnotized.
Yeah, right? Can he just counter hypnosis or some shit?
Yeah, he did it before.
Mm-hmm. With an athlete's quickness, he dodged their concerted rush. 2 of them plunged into the blue death already rolling toward them. One laying hands for an instant on Keen, he flung into the ominous fog. He did. The other 3 started to attack a second time and stopped like ice-sheathed statues as the blue death reached them. Keen's breath came between his clenched teeth in a ragged hiss. 8 bodies were cased in the viscous blue stuff, which the mist became when it touched flesh. They lay like cocoons on the rock floor, some motionless, some feebly writhing, but all things of horror and despair. Keen went to the form, which still showed a little reddish through the blue crust over it, the form of Dr. Satan. Terror-filled, dulling black eyes stared at him through the fearful sheath. Red-gloved hands raised a little, crackling the blue stuff that cased them. In a final gesture of malediction, he flipped Keen off. Then they fell, and the black eyes closed. Pass.
Thank God, breathed Keen, voice harsh and cracked. I finally murdered that guy. The fight was over. He was sure. There's one more story left. So.
No. Double tap, Keen. This is why you should have a gun. In this case.
Hold on. To make doubly sure, he would have liked to strangle that Stark form, to have clubbed his head in. But he dared not touch the blue shell, for Keen was in first place, and the blue shell. The blue shell would soar past everyone and hurt him. No, but he dared not touch the blue shell. That would have meant death for him, though he himself had released it. He went to the opening through which he had seen Harold Ivor taken. The boy was beyond, in a small cave like a prison room. He was cowering against the wall, and he shrieked and threw up his hands as Keen entered in his red masquerade. Keen dragged off his mask and threw back his red hood. The boy stared as Jane Ivor had stared. You're a man? He sobbed. You're not? Keen smiled, and in that smile was a gentleness that erased the fear from the boy's face. No, I am a monster. I'm Ascott Keen.
I'm far worse.
The greatest monster in fiction.
I have actually killed more people than Dr. Satan has. Therefore, I am better than him.
In fact, if history is any indicator, you'll be dead within 5 minutes.
Or at least part of you will be turned into a skeleton or something. I don't know.
I'll accidentally drop one of the 9 ancient magical artifacts in my pocket, and you'll turn into a gummy bear or some shit. I don't know. I am not Satan, he said. There is no Satan. At least none to frighten you anymore. I like that. Keen adjusted his statement to posit for the existence of the actual Satan.
Well, he has been to the afterlife.
That's true.
Yeah, you'd think that would have come up.
There is no Satan? Oh, no, there totally is. And you're probably going to meet him.
Continuity is only as important as it needs to be.
As Jane Ivor had done, her brother, Harold, swayed in the beginning...
Wait.
Okay. As Jane Ivor had done, her brother, Harold, swayed at the beginning of a fainting fit from shock. But he had not been as far driven in madness yet as his sister had been. He reeled from the shock, but he did not lapse into unconsciousness. And after a moment, he came to Keen, trembling hand outstretched. Keen grasped it. Come. We'll leave here. We'll leave this hell, and the demons in it, and its master, all dead. Why is Keen monologuing like he's saving a damsel in distress right now?
Because Keen probably doesn't know and doesn't care.
Yeah.
Oh yes, another person I'm saving. I am the hero. I am the main character of all things.
It was me. I did
Let me take you away from all of this. But then...
Because I had the time of my life.
But then, as he got to the door, a hoarse shout was wrung from his lips. He leaped to the spot where Dr. Satan had been lying, eyes wide with a shock of astonishment that almost unnerved him. The spot where Satan had lain was empty. His blue-sheathed form was no longer there, and over the bodies of the 7 who had served him, the blue casing was a little thicker. "Damn him!" raged Keen, trembling fist raised. "Damn him! Son of a bitch!"
God, I trapped him in a magical condom and everything. Damn it!
So, Bostiff confirmed for dead then.
I guess.
A moment of silence for Bostiff, the last remaining Dr. Satan henchman. I hope wherever you are, you find Gers and the two of you munch popcorn as you watch this all play out in the future.
Rest in peace, Bostiff. Unless you're alive in the next story.
Magically.
What's Dr. Satan going to do without his 2 cool henchmen now?
Hypnotize 25 people? I don't know.
It's boring.
I know.
And besides, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how elaborate or compelling your weird henchmen are. Keen will just go through them like a hot knife through butter at this point. He has no scruples.
Satan had gathered the remnants of that icy, terrific will of his while Keen was away with the boy, and had... I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
God damn it, Dr. Satan. Everyone hold all my calls. I'll be away with the boy.
You want to...
And had, out of his own fragmentary knowledge of St. Sardius's Blue Death, contrived somehow to divert its hardening shell from his own body and onto the others that lay nearby. That was obviously what had happened, but sick with defeat when victory had been tasted, Keen refused entire... See, that's a cool sentence.
Yeah.
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 Sick with defeat when victory had been tasted?
Paul knows how to do this well, sometimes.
Yeah.
Keen refused entirely to believe it till he got to the anteroom cavern with Harold Ivor.
Pride cometh before the fall.
And that's a tag from me.
All right. The flaming pillar was down. Someone had just passed this way and had hurdled the well-mouthed opening from which the fire hissed. Had that someone hurdled it feebly, barely dragging his body up the opposite edge? Keen thought so. For on the far edge of the small abyss was a single torn red glove. Keen picks it up, sniffs it, goes, oh. His hands are not as inhumanly powerful as mine, but still.
So soft. So delicate.
I would love to hold them in my inhumanly powerful hands. But
I'm gonna put this glove on later.
Gonna have Beatrice wear this glove and do things to me.
Beatrice just folds her arms and goes, "You do not pay me enough for this, and you could never pay me enough for that, Ascott."
Beatrice, how did you get down here? And where is my coffee?
But feebly or not, Dr. Satan had escaped from the caves. Again, he had cheated the death to which Keen had driven him closer than he had ever been before in his satanic existence, except for that time where they both actually died and went to the afterlife. The flame pillar was already rising again. "You must jump that hole," Keen said to the boy. He sat... I don't have to elaborate on that.
No, it's fine. Keep going.
He set the example. The youth followed. Clinging to Keen's hand, Harold Ivor went with him down the outer tunnel. So they're not going to elaborate. Keen's just like, ho-ho, pirouettes over, and the boy just also goes, ho-ho, jumps over too.
I was seriously half expecting Beatrice to just like be there and be like, "Oh my God, Keen, you."
I want more. I would like there to be more Beatrice in these stories.
Yeah.
I like her. The concealed trap door above was open as Satan had left, too hard pressed to weak to bother to shut it after him. Under the door, the man Keen had hypnotized after his use as a guide had been no longer needed, lay stretched on the floor. Eyes open and blank, he slept the sleep from which there is no awakening, save by the action of the one who induces that sleep. Keen started toward the man, then stopped. He was a human rat. The emanations from his hazed mind, caught by Keen's superhuman psychic perception, whispered that he was at least once a murderer, perhaps twice or thrice. I am Ascott Keen, judge, jury, and executioner.
Seriously.
Face bleak, Keen went on past him with the shuddering boy. He left the man sleeping there. Outside in the driveway of the abandoned farm, the blue sedan was gone. Keen bit his lips as he visioned the swaying, raging figure in red at its wheel, speeding off somewhere into the night to strike at humanity again, when he had recovered. Somberly, with his shoulders drooping, Keen started toward town with the boy. He had stopped the reign of terror in Louisville, but his real work was not yet done.
Beatrice, put on this glove and put your fingers in my mouth.
While you're doing that with one hand, get my coffee with the other. So the next person who goes exploring that hidden part of Mammoth Cave is going to find like 7 people encased in like weird blue amber. And it's going to be really weird when you realize one of them doesn't have any legs.
How many people did Dr. Satan kill in this installment?
Dr. Satan killed no people except maybe... No, Dr. Satan killed 0 people this time. He hypnotized
How many people did Ascott Keen kill in this installment? At least 6.
At least
7.
6. 8 if you want to count the man he just left in effectively a vegetable state.
It's getting real hard to see how Ascott Keen is anything other than the villain. Like,
have we ever seen Ascott as anything but the villain, though?
We have our own thoughts and interpretations, but even just as a objective as possible reading of this, the body count, the kill count, is way, way, way higher on Ascott's side.
I'd like to invite any of our listeners, if they feel so compelled, to run a tally. See if you can determine who's got the bigger body count at this point. Keen or Dr. Satan? I have a pretty healthy feeling that it's Keen. My gut tells me absolutely it's Keen. Could I be wrong? I don't know, but it seems like Keen is allowing people to die, and in this instance has deliberately killed people who, by the way, no matter what their previous crimes were, if they were criminals, it doesn't matter. He still killed people who were not of their own free will. They were under hypnosis.
As we get closer to the last installment, the final story, I'm just trying to take stock of our 2 main characters here. They're both extrajudicial. They're both rich. They both know magic. They both have the memories of a fucking goldfish because both of them went to the literal afterlife. But like, how Ascott Keen interacts with people, like the police, the victims, soon to be victims, is just psychotic. It's just like the dude has mental issues.
Oh, clearly.
He should be like, probably locked up for everyone's good. Yes. It's bizarre.
Uh-huh. I don't know how
do we feel about this one? Like, it's just entertainment value. Because the beginning was pretty fun with Jane Ivor just wilding out in the street. And
yeah.
The ongoing saga of Ascott Keen dressed as Dr. Satan for most of the story.
Yeah, I mean, that being the impetus of the plot is one thing, but it's just totally bizarre that the whole thing hinges on just him dressing as Dr. Satan.
Because the rest of it's just like, and then they were hypnotizing people. Like, there wasn't like a nice grab of, like in The Man Who Chained the Lightning.
No.
There's no cool set piece of, oh my god, look what Dr. Satan's come up with now. Today it was, Ascott has an egg.
Yeah. Honestly, I think one of the stronger finales was actually Hollywood Horror, when you had the shrinking ray.
Yeah. Yeah, that was wacky.
Yeah. But honestly, I don't know. I think this is pretty weak. And I think Alan specifically, you called it earlier. You were like, you pointed out that these tend to start strong and end weak. So
yeah. So I wonder if it's just kind of like dipping a little bit towards the end to really go out with a bang. I hope.
It seems like consistently these endings don't land as good as the earlier parts. The earlier parts of the story is where all the insanity happens. Although the ending of Horror Insured, where they're just conjuring imaginary dragons and armies of ghosts at each other, and then the police just randomly interrupt. That was pretty weak too, honestly. But I mean that story overall was pretty weak.
Yeah.
I think we'll have to determine tier. You know what? In our big ultimate final discussion we have on these, I think we need to assemble a tier list and figure out where all of the Dr. Satan stories rank.
No, absolutely. We'll go through them one by one and we'll move them around as we see fit for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think anything can really top Beyond Death's Gateway as far as just number one, actual cool writing. And also batshit insanity.
Beyond Death's.
Oh my God.
I mean, I don't know what the next one's going to entail, but I feel like Beyond Death's Gateway feels like the logical conclusion. Where do you corner your enemy where there's nowhere else to corner? The friggin' afterlife.
Seriously. It is so weird that is like third from last.
Yeah. The order in which things hit. For those... Alan has just shared keen at the end of most stories, and is that Moon Knight?
Yes. Looks like Moon Knight, yeah.
Yeah, random bullshit. Go. Yeah, it's ultimately I'm not surprised, and it just okay. I hate to say it, the first time, and this is even a shitty send off for Bostiff. Like remember when in the Crimson, or was it? Yeah, the Crimson Flame or whatever. Or God, what was the name of the story?
I don't remember. But
yeah, even in that one, Gers got like blasted out of existence. No, Bostiff got. No, it was Gers. Gers got blasted out of existence by lightning, and it was the way Keen escaped was by luring Gers in there. It was a good finale for Gers, even if it was not. This is just some dumb bullshit with Bostiff getting caught in a thing.
He just lures Bostiff. So he's just doing the same thing again, essentially.
Yeah, but Satan, Dr. Satan actually lured Bostiff in there, so he would, I guess, suck up some of the death egg cloud so that he could do it, so that it wouldn't affect Dr. Satan.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. It
It
feels like Paul's getting kind of like, I gotta wrap this shit up. I'm just throwing anything at the wall at this point.
Yeah, I kind of wish if Beyond Death's Gateway had been the last story, how cool would it have been if like Gers and Bostiff had been there? I think that would have been sick.
Yeah.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Or Monroe, like literally everybody who has died before that.
Dude, like if all the named characters who had died were there in the afterlife, like just silently judging, that would be such a cool scene.
You're all hearing us like planning how we're going to rewrite Dr. Satan later when we present it, you know?
Mm-hmm. I don't think you all understand just how much more Dr. Satan content you all have. Because, yes, this last story is coming up. We still have the whole TV series that we're going to watch. They got the tier list. Like, it's going to be a while before we're done with Dr. Satan.
I think after the last story, we should just do like a live stream that's just like a drunken post-mortem of Dr. Satan.
I think we could do the tier list there. And yeah, we could just like share screen it, move it around. I think it'd be great.
Yeah, that sounds perfect, honestly. We'll do a deep dive and then and that will probably end up presenting as an episode in itself, an undercooked discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do we want to give this one a freshness rating? I feel like we already kind of did, but
I give it a fiery pillar out of a scared boy in a cave. I don't know. Fuck it. I got nothing for this one.
I give this story a nice egg in this trying time.
I give this story a woman dancing with a saber in just her slippers out of 6 or 7 henchmen being encased in rotten blue egg smoke.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Thank you. I hope you like the new pulp direction this podcast has inevitably gone in. We are getting increasingly closer to the 200th episode of Undercooked Analysis since we moved the podcast over to the Creative Horror Network. And that's honestly kind of neat. And we've had to evolve. The show has had to change over time as trends have shifted and creepypasta has faded into the background. I'm really happy with where we're going with this, and I'm enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun. So if you enjoyed this too, though, hey, we love hearing your feedback. We honestly do. So please leave us a comment on YouTube or a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever podcast apps you're using. If you like this thing, you subscribe to this thing, it's honestly really nice to see. We appreciate it. I'm not begging. Honestly, I'm not begging because we would do this even if no one listened to it, probably. But we would just do it among ourselves because we're narcissists like that. But we also have a Patreon, patreon.com/creative horror, where we have the dregs and other fun things. The dregs for this one is particularly fun. And you get 1 dregs for the price of 2 because this is technically the second recording we've had to do for this. So I'm sorry if it feels like you got sold out, but we did just release between the 2 recordings a public dregs with me and Abysmii and Kayla. And that's a fun one. I talk about how I got a pornographic virus on my computer after trying to look up a show based on war planets, which is a set of toys I played with as a kid. That was fun. Stay tuned for more Dr. Satan because we're going places.
Yeah.
Good evening, intrepid listeners. This is the Pasta Shade, the host of Midnight Marinara, and this podcast is part of CreativeHorror.com, a network of podcasts and creators working together to build a constructive community of horror fans. For more content like this, visit us at CreativeHorror.com.